Hey guys, how you doing? Let's do a rapid game. I'm down at 1456 after a streak of losses in the 10 minutes. So feeling a bit dopey today. Okay, we've got a d4. So I'm going to play grown up here, seeing as we've got an increment. I'm not going to go Charlick. We're going to get this, we're going to get a London. That'd be the most common. We're going to get c4. Good. So this is the Black Knight's Tango, or the Knight's Tango, or the Mexican defense. I think I'll do alright with this. Okay, so they brought out the correct knight. Okay. Because if they bring out this knight, it allows e5, and that's about as much as I know about this opening. Okay, so they might be wanting to play e4. They might want to do this and push my knights. I'm thinking e6 now. Could play e5. No, I can't. I'm going to play e6. It might discourage this, but it also gives my knight a route round to the king side and allows this bishop out, which it's going to do now in Indian style. So this is like the Nimzo Indian, a bit. Okay, there goes the queen. Right, so here castles makes sense. I'm really going to try and slow down and just try and spot everything that happens on the page, you know, on the board. Okay, this pawn's not defended right now. I think I can just castle here. I'm not going to hurry to exchange. If they push a3, I probably will. Okay, getting all aggro, like bringing it up in my face and stuff. This. That's actually the knight's escape square though as well, isn't it? What happens if he does this? Can I push d6 now? That takes... I can always go... No, I can't because queen can take. Knight's pinned, but queen could take. So if I do d6 pushes... I still have to retreat, but then we might be able to make the case that white has overcommitted. Notice I've got three developed minor pieces, and I've castled. How do we make that count? This bishop's doing a fine job pinning the knight. It's defended once. Yeah, I'm just saying, this pawn is defended twice because of the queen, as previously mentioned. Opponents rated 14-15 from India. Got Navjeet Singh 16. I have this or I have this. Takes. Maybe knight e8, so it doesn't get in the way of this bishop. Also, this bishop might fianchetto, particularly if they've pushed this. It might make sense to have my bishop on this diagonal. Oh, he's moved. Okay, missed that. Sorry. All right. If I push, takes. I think I like that actually. There. He takes, I can take with a pawn, I can take with a knight. If he trades off, we've opened up the centre. He's still not castled, but he's probably about to castle. I think I should push e5. Just on principle, it just feels right. Now, if he pushes d5, I'm happy, because my knight's going to just dance around here, and then he's definitely open, and then c6 will come and start to chip at this, whatever it is, wedge that he's got too far up the board. Question is what to do. If he takes, what am I going to do? Am I going to take with the pawn? Am I going to take with the knight? I'll probably take with the knight, seeing as it puts pressure on this bishop and on this knight. This is also maybe slightly more important knight than this one, because this is defending the kingside. Having said that, my dark squared bishop, which might attack h2, is otherwise engaged. I think d5 I'd be quite happy. Can also come out and put more pressure on this knight. Notice the queen can't defend the knight right now, so that is also a thought. Depends what Navjit is going to do. I had a wicked game earlier on in a kind of a Smith-Morra declined. 2250, 96 accuracy, and he's done it. Wicked. Thank you, Navjit. Music to my ears, son. Music to my ears. Right, the knight wants to come here. I'm not going to rush that move. But I am going to play it. Okay, now he comes after the bishop. Now, my bishop is outside of its own pawn chain. It cannot capture any of these pawns in the middle. So it cannot get through this hedge, this big fence here. That said as well, this queen's knight on white side ain't that clever either, but I'm thinking trade-ski. Because what am I going to do with the bishop? I drop it back, he does this, I drop it back, he does this. Nah. The bishop has served its purpose, the king's now got out of the way and castled, the bishop then can trade its meagre little life for that of that knight. Closed centre favours knights over bishops. I now have two knights, opponent has one knight. This bishop is miserable. This very often actually happens, this structure, in the Black Knight's Tango. Funnily enough. But you can see now, well you can't see, but it's now transposed into a Nimzo Indian defence. Classical Zurich variation. Righto, now, where does this bishop want to be? Well, it's unlikely to have a home on this diagonal now, isn't it? So G4 makes a lot of sense. I'm also slightly concerned about this. So I think H6 first. Stop the knight coming there, stop the bishop coming there. Classic idea. Maybe then King G7 at some point. Sorry, King H7. To add a second defender to this pawn, if needed. But he's not going to go queen first, is he? In there. This pawn is defended only by a bishop. So you could mark that as like semi-undefended. Or type 2 undefended, as Daniel says. Okay, I'm quite comfortable. Quite comfortable here. I'm not impressed with his bishops. I'm expecting he might, considering the way that he opened the game, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to start some funny business down the queen side. Which is probably what he should do. I have ideas of this, and I could come after that bishop, but right now I don't want to, because that's a poor bishop. Why is it poor? Well, look at the squares that it's controlling. Not that one. They're all the wrong squares, right? All these squares are in white's own half of the board. So that bishop, to me, is zero threat. This bishop is looking at a couple of squares in my side of the board, but nothing this way, right? So bad bishops. My knights, oh goodness me, are looking at that one, that one, that one, and that one. So my knights are looking at more squares in my opponent's half of the way. He's done the same thing as I've done, fair enough. Okay. Might have ideas about making a bishop-queen battery, maybe taking this out. But I'd probably have to eliminate the knight. I don't know. I'm going to line up the bishop anyway, just in case. I've got this. So let's say I put my queen on c8. I could even take with the knight. But probably not. I think maybe take with the bishop. Pawn takes, knight takes with check. King has to come here or here. Now if this knight was out of the way, hang on. So let's say knight here. Now out of his two bishops, this one is the better one. The reason is because we figured this out, right? Because it can capture some of these pawns. This bishop can't capture any of these pawns ever, 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 unless they move. Because he can't capture his own light squared pawns, he can't capture his own pawns at all, and mine are on the wrong colour. So, nothing gives. Right, now, it feels like a bit of a face-off. Like, it's very tempting to try and make something happen with a move like knight f4. I think we'll go back to this idea of a possible bishop sack here. If pawn takes, it'd be great to put my queen in, because my queen here actually then stops the king from moving at all and attacks this knight. So let's say we had take, take, queen takes. He's going to have to defend the knight. He'd probably play that, bishop e2. Probably would. So if my queen's on here, and these pawns don't exist, you're ahead of me. Okay, what else have we got then? Like, half of me is thinking, even like with a close position, tempo doesn't matter as much. So half of me is thinking, can I just get my king out of the way and like try and use the H file in some way? I don't want to do this move. Takes, my pawns are messed up, his queen becomes active. No, just no. This knight could come here, but then what? I can't trade off this knight. What are you all doing? Licking and scratching and everything. Right. Now, is there any value in an f-pawn break? Pawn takes. It just wakes up this bishop. I don't want to do that either. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. I might just push up here now. Remember, I've only got the one bishop. But that's fine. While his bishops are bad, I'm happy. You know, so you need to resist this temptation to just like stir the pot when it doesn't need stirring. That's half the thing about, half the skill of cooking sometimes is knowing when to leave it the hell alone. Oi! Stop licking that. What's he planning? If he does this, my king is relatively safe. I want to maintain the integrity of these pawns here. So what if I do that? Is he going to want to take away from the centre? So if he takes here and takes, if he takes en passant, my bishop springs into. I think that's reasonable. Yes, I've created a backwards pawn, but it's already blocked off. Right? If it was on a semi-open file, that'd be a different matter. But it's already bashing heads with the white pawn. And now with all these closures, all these roadworks going on, these bishops are just miserable. It makes life hard for everyone now. If he takes, I just take back with B. If he captures en passant, I'm going to get my bishop, I'm going to get my queen, all on this diagonal, pointing down towards kingy. And now we have, officially, a completely gummed up centre. I can't say I'm in love with this, but sometimes chess is about winning ugly positions. Turn that off. And this is not, this is not the kind of chess I enjoy particularly, but if I can get a result, that I can enjoy. So again, his better bishop is clearly the dark squared one. So I could have ideas maybe about trading off and getting a knight on here. And the only way he's really going to dislodge that knight, because he hasn't got a dark square bishop anymore, is to start pushing pawns in front of his king. And this may not be the right thing, especially when I've got double eyes down on h3. So that's a thought. Swing my knights round so they're both looking at this square. I've done this before actually in the black knights, over the board. Don't mind so much, because look, my bishop is grand. My bishop is looking at squares in white's half of the board. Right? It's got freedom of movement. This bishop's rubbish. This bishop's not the worst. So maybe something like, oh hello, what changes here? Well, no one defends his pawn. I think he's out of ideas. I'm going to carry on with plan A. And either knight can come to this square. If he trades off, I think I stick a knight up there, right? Having a knight on this square is far more preferable. More preferable, is that a thing? Okay, so he's thinking this. Or this, that, g3, knight retreats to here, and he's got now the bishop and the king defending h3. I think that's what he's thinking. I'm going to go with the plan anyway. There's no part of me that wants to take that with a pawn if he captures, I don't think. I can't see any value in that at all. I'm the one bishop party and the two knights party. He's the two bishops party, right? And this really makes life hard for bishops. So I want to maintain that double V for as long as I can, I think. So I don't want to play f5. How much of chess is like resisting just bad things? Okay, so I take with the knight. And now he's thinking that the point of this bishop move came from there, didn't it? The point of this bishop move is so that he can now play g3. Actually, he can't play g3. He can't play g3 because I've now got 3 attackers on that. Boom, boom, boom. Right, now he's got 3 defenders, but it's meant backpedaling. Severely backpedaling. Now, with that, with him undeveloping the bishop back to a start square and undeveloping the knight back to its start square, does this change anything with regard to, I'm thinking particularly the e-file, like f5, e takes, bishop takes, suddenly my rook is activated. You know what I mean? Or can Queenie come in and have a play? So he's got 4 defenders now. Feels like this is critical. This is a critical decision. Is this flinching on my part? I mean, if he lets me take, out comes the rook. No great shakes. Is it flinching or is it sensible? This we just don't know. Right, what's he going to want to do? Because honestly, this is just, it looks really bad. Aesthetically, it's really bad. when I could just push a5. If I take the pawn and pawn takes... Oh, no, he's got the queen as well. Everything now is defending h3. So h3 is not the concern here. So f5 it is. Because quite honestly, I can't see anything else. Is there a way to improve this knight? You know, is there another target? Notice this pawn on f2 is still undefended. So maybe clearing the f-file might make some sense. Maybe I want to bring the queen up somehow. Maybe I want to attack g2. Because I'll tell you what, with his entire army defending this, it's not about h3 anymore. You've got to be nimble. You've got to be on your toes, haven't you? What even about g4, g5? g5, g4? Yeah, kind of exposing the king, but as previously mentioned, this bishop is playing no attacking role whatsoever. In fact, nothing is playing an attacking role. So let's think g4, g5 even. Takes. Might be a thought. Could even get my king out of the way. Could put my rook on g8, then g5, g4. Can't put my queen here. Why not? That's why not. Slightly up on the clock. I wish people wouldn't play d4 openings. Having said that, you watch like Hikaru and that playing d4 openings, and they do amazing stuff and get extremely sharp games. Okay, well, he's not attacking my knight. I have potentially rook f6, rook g6, saying get out of it, queenie. Or I might have this. But I might just also prepare to bring my queen into the equation just in case. But that's very tempting. If I do this, where's she going to go? Well, it ain't there, and it ain't there. Well, she can't go there anyway. She could go there. Otherwise, it's sideways. No. Right? Is that such a bad thing? What can he do about it? Can he take out my knight? My knight would be the defender of the rook. Can he do this? Well, I can take. He's got to recapture because the queen hangs. Let's stick my queen on e8 now, where at least then the rook's going to be defended by one bit. Actually, with the move... Oh, also, I didn't consider taking on e4. Should probably have considered that. There, rook takes back, bishop here. Okay, that's one defender off there, but it's still defended by 1, 2, 3, 4 things. I think takes and push f4. Looks juicy Lucy, eh? I do like this idea. Opening up the bishop again. Hitting the queen. Right? Re-establishing closure in the centre. Now his bishop, arguably, you know, might come into the game. Not now, because you lose your queen. With check. That would not be good. But this. Maybe. The new series called Hunty's World of Grown-Up Chess. King h7 as well isn't a ridiculous idea. In fact, if I stick my queen on a dark square like e7 and then get this in, well, I can't do it right now. I'd have to. If my queen, if my king is on h7 defending this square, right? My queen is on e7. Rook f6, rook g6 hits the queen, and she can't go here anymore, right? Then what? King, queen, rook, rook. And she has to go here, or here, or here, or here. She has to disappear in a sideways manner. If my queen is here, oh, you did not just do that. What are you thinking? This. I can do that now anyway, because it's defended on f6 by the pawn. Also just have king here. I'm going to do probably both, so probably that. My bishop's still doing a fine job. You know, looking at this pawn. And everyone on this file is just sitting there going ZZZ. Or ZZZ. Whose motorcycle is this? It's a chopper, baby. Whose chopper is this? Zed's. Who's Zed? I'm not going to ask anyone to name the film. Oh! Guns, guns, guns! Now, do I just stick my king here anyway and let you trade off? I mean, if I don't want to, I do this. And there may be an argument to that, because then I can start coming after these pawns. But then he just sticks one of his rooks on here. And then what have I got? Now I'm going to do that. If you take, I'm going to do that. Five and a half against 6.5. But we're playing with an increment because we're playing at mummies and daddies, we're playing at grown-ups. So it's the person with the better position is more likely to win. Because there ain't no real dirty flagging when you've got 10-second increment. I don't want to be a grown-up. But yeah, so like this rook is probably going to come to here. Maybe like queen up, this rook. Is there any reason to put it on g8? I don't know. I'm trying to support the pawn. It'd be nice to have my bishop actually there where the queen is. Then I could do that, and this queen is a goner. A goner kebab, innit? But that only counts if his bishop's still there, because otherwise his queen would have g4. Now he's down to 4 minutes 15. Now he's down to 4 minutes 20. Okay, and here we are now. Everything's kind of resolved. We've got 4 closed files. And I'm going to play my rook here. The reason is I want to stop that pawn. You can't push that pawn because I take it with check. I could even take it with a rook. I could even stick my rook up in his nose. Right up his nose. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of these rooks come to here. And I haven't got time to do that. But I'm perfectly safe here for now. He might want to double up both rooks so that he can drop one rook into b7. So if he doesn't, I mean, do I want to play rook b8? It's taking 2 more moves to double up on that file. Could even play queen here. Targeting 2. I mean, queen there now targets an undefended pawn. So what's he going to do? There's only one way to defend. One way. Just to put your rook straight back there. And I'm attacking this one, which ties this rook to there and this rook to there. If my queen is on here and this rook's there, What gives? Well, wouldn't I love to get my queen onto the second rank? Can we do it? Here. Maybe this. Maybe this. I feel like I'm quite safe on the king side, apart from no queen e7 is annoying. Let's say dirt, 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 dirt hits the queen. Okay? Queen buggers off in this direction and heads around here. Okay, I'm just going to play one of those moves. Well, that was a waste of time. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Because now I'm going to do this. And yeah, I mean, he can defend the pawn, but it's putting grande pressure. I'm not understand. Yeah, I think what he's doing is actually just protecting that pawn. Maybe I should have blocked it with a5, keeping it there in my queen's line of sight, but I got overexcited about this idea. Now, can I still do this? 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2. Now my queen can't sneak around the back, that's the thing. But at the same time, you can't double up these. I could just come here. With this, you can just drop straight in and already harass my pawn. Okay, I'm down to 4 minutes now. What about that? It forces his queen here. Okay, sold. Operation Win the Queen, that's the thought. I mean, I've been able to predict what he's doing so far, but he's not stream sniping because I ain't streaming, because I don't stream. Just up on the clock now. Have you seen the fret? As Simon Williams would say. Ah, pinnacle. I drop back here. And he goes, oh look, a free pawn. Oh no, but then I can't do that because he's got queen takes here and I die. He's got that, and he's going to have a passed pawn. That's not clever. Rook takes here, I go here. Can I defend this pawn any other way? Why did I move my king back there again? Oh yeah, because I wanted to move this pawn forward and I couldn't because it was pinned by the rook. Right, I think my only hope is this. Attack this rook and threaten mate. Pardon you. Just let my guard down, didn't I? Just slightly. I can feel my cheeks going red. Look at that. I must remember not to put the heating on. Here, he's got to play that. Rook g1. I can come after this pawn. then. I'd love to defend this because the queen's nearly trapped. Well, she's not anymore actually, because I've just moved my queen out of the way, haven't I? Queen was there guarding this square, which was undefended. Started working on a bit of a project as well. Started finally thinking about putting together, hello, my, well, that's just fairly compulsory, isn't it? I want to get the rook out of trouble. But this now, the queen can't take that pawn. To go here. Now she can take that pawn. That's really annoying. I had half an attack set up and it's gone poofed. Right, I'm going to defend this pawn. She can't take there, thankfully, because of this rook. But he's doing a great job of keeping my queen out of his side. Okay, so what's the plan? You want to do that? Takes, queen takes, I just take. Sack, takes, queen takes is bad. What have I got? Don't know, I feel that losing feeling coming on again, which is unfortunately all too common these days. He's playing 8 seconds, 8 seconds. I called it again, didn't I? Okay. He's going to get a queen and win now. He's played this last bit of the game impeccably. And it's lost. No, it's not. It's saying rook taking either of these pawns forced. Check. Is it saying I've got a perpetual here? Rook blocks. You're joking. I didn't even think about the possibility of a perpetual. But let's have a quick look at the review. Oh. That's what you get from playing quick games, like 5-10 minutes. Okay, look how tight it was. Super, super, super tight. And here, that was great. Now I'm doing better. And Stockfish spotted the potential queen trap. That and that. I just saw it too late. Because I did this because I was thinking about a different plan. I just didn't see the queen trap. Then I went there and it's saying, no, you can't do that, it's wrong. Right? But he shouldn't have taken that. I did the right move. He did the right move. I blundered. No. And if he takes, I'm winning? With a fork! Oh! No! Oh, man. Anyway, I feel like there was lots of good to take out of that. But well done to him. I just feel like he played perfect. Yeah, no, he did not at all. He did not at all. That's all right. That's good. Hey, yeah, wow. But no need to resign. A lot of players just have this never resign thing going off. There. In fact, king takes g2 is better for me. Because he can't go back here. So he has to go back onto the first rank somewhere. I take the rook. Material is equal. So let's see how it goes. Queen here. What am I going to do? I'm just going to wriggle up. Actually better. Well, bugger me. But not a bad game. What did we get? 76.9 each, man! Each! Both of us equally good. Bang on 1500. So both of us had a good game. Opening was excellent on both parts. 99.4 for me. Well, signs of life, signs of life. And at that, I shall bid thee farewell. See you soon.